Alrighty, guys, we have confirmation that Guilty Gear Strive is getting another chance at life, even though it's technically not dead. Guilty Gear Strive 2.0 is going to be a thing in 2026, which, man, I can't believe they had to say 2026. That is 4 months from now. We are already in August, and I am just... I mean, I guess ranked, like, will hold people over for a while, but damn, it's just 4 months, man. Obviously, they're probably going to do balance adjustments and stuff like that, updates, but it's just going to be funny seeing, you know, this game's going to kind of fester for 4 months with no updates. It's insane. But anyway, it's not only getting, you know, 2.0 with new stuff. We don't know what that new stuff is, but, you know, people kind of assume it's going to be like the Rev 2 situation, or hell, even Revelator to XR Sign, when they add obviously a bunch of new characters, a bunch of new content, maybe, hopefully, new songs, etc., etc. You know, just new stuff, you know, new quality of life things. I would love for Guilty Gear to get new quality of life things in 2.0. I can already tell we're going to get like something like a Battle Pass equivalent, you know. I don't want to see a Battle Pass in Guilty Gear Strive because I just don't want it to be full of Avatar bull crap, dude. I am so tired of the Avatar stuff. There's nothing in Strive that I really would play for a Battle Pass for. Like, as long as if you just made the songs more available, like, yeah, I could buy them from the gallery, I would probably be okay with that, but it's too late for that kind of crap now. But anyway, I already know we're going to get something like maybe a Grand Blue Fantasy versus Rising, where it's going to be a complete overhaul, maybe a graphical update, you know. Guilty Gear Strive, despite being one of the best looking games out there, it's 4 years old now. And when it comes to 2026, it'll be 5 years old, which, holy crap, it's kind of funny thinking about, like, I bought this game on launch day, and now it's like 5 years old. But anyway, there is more to talk about with 2.0. Not only that it's a thing, we're getting a Season 5 characters. We only get 2, and so far it's kind of obvious what they are. So the one on the left is obviously Robo-Ky. Now, it's interesting because Robo-Ky is part of Venom's moveset, right? Now, there is a Robo-Ky 2 in Guilty Gear Isuka, where, like, he's basically just a second version of Robo-Ky, like he's wearing red instead of, like, white and blue like the original Robo-Ky wore. And I wonder if it's going to be him rather than just straight up regular Robo-Ky, because the whole idea is that Venom was trying to, you know, earn funds to give Robo-Ky a body. But if that's the case, then how is Robo-Ky still gonna be part of Venom's moveset if he's literally his own playable character? How's that gonna work? I mean, this ain't the first time Guilty Gear's done anything like this. I mean, hell, Order Soul existed, so, you know, there's nothing saying that two versions of the same character can interact. But I wonder how this is going to work. I wonder if they're going to actually use, like, straight up just the Robo-Ky that we're familiar with, the one that's with Venom, or maybe some new Robo-Ky. Don't know, but I'm hoping it's like just the original one. Maybe he'll have a body. Maybe it'll just be a walking body, and he won't even have a head. Imagine that scenario. Like, Robo-Ky wants to get like a full, like, his whole body back, but he can't because the body decides to gain its own sentience and just do its own thing. A headless character would be an interesting fighting game character. The headless robot character. But, you know, Robo-Ky is not surprising because people have been wanting Robo-Ky back for the longest time, and Venom was kind of, you know, Win with Venom was kind of like the teaser for that. It's not shocking. I'm not surprised Robo-Ky's coming back at all. I'm also not surprised that the character on the right is Jam. And I've called this forever ago because a while ago, this was like back in 2021, where like the original Guilty Gear Strive files were leaked. They showed like stuff from the beta and whatnot. And they showed like this image of Jam wearing a completely different outfit, and it's been in the file since like forever. This ain't like recent. It's been around forever, and it's nice feeling vindicated that I know that this is actually Jam's design, because I posted this a little while ago and people were like, "Oh, I don't believe you. This isn't real. There's no way this design is real. It doesn't look like Jam." Well, it is. Like, you look at this design, you can't tell me this design doesn't look like a concept art for Guilty Gear Strive. It just looks too detailed, you know what I mean? Like, there's too much detail on it. There's too many, like, random words on the damn outfit. No one does this but Guilty Gear. No one does this but the Guilty Gear art team. It's Jam. It even matches up perfectly fine. I feel vindicated because I called this forever ago. So, the two confirmed characters that we have so far are Robo-Ky and Jam, which is great. Now, normally when they do like big updates, you know, normally we get like 4 characters like per season pass. So I wonder how they're going to treat this, because I feel like they might treat it like Grand Blue Fantasy versus Rising when that game came out and it had 4 new characters. That's like the new starter characters. So I feel like they were going to do something like that. Don't know. But again, we won't know until like 2026, so that's another 4 months, man. And even then, we still have to get these characters out first, you know. We still have to like acknowledge the fact that these characters even exist, you know, new art or whatever, right? But for me personally, I don't know what else I want for Guilty Gear Strive. I think I'm kind of tapped out of character ideas because I want Ariel's, and I know I've already said that she's not gonna be a playable character like in my lifetime ever. So you know, I'm gonna say screw that. But you know, people want Zappa, people want Raven, people want Kun Hei-Hun. I honestly don't care for any of those characters. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, it's not like I hate them, because like I think the biggest strength of Guilty Gear Strive is that it made me love characters that I didn't care about before. Like I never really cared about Testament before, but Guilty Gear Strive made me really love the character, right? Same goes for Leo. Same goes for characters like Kai, which I always liked Kai, but he's never really one that was my favorite Guilty Gear character. But now he is. I like that. And Strive just kind of made every character lovable to me. And hell, even Slayer. And I always liked Slayer, but they just made him cooler in Strive, and I think I like that. So I feel like when any other character that I didn't like before, like especially Kun Hei-Hun. I think Kun Hei-Hun is like one of my least favorite Guilty Gear characters like ever, because I just don't care about that character. They are in the files. I'm going to spoil it right now. They are in the save files of Guilty Gear Strive, so they may be playable. Who knows? I would rather see Raven back. I think like Raven would get a sick redesign if he comes back, or I don't know, Zappa. People have been wanting Zappa back since like literally Revelator came out, and I'm genuinely amazed he's not in the game yet. Like, but I feel like, how would you animate Zappa now? You know, like Zappa was one of the more crazy characters back in Guilty Gear XX. So I wonder how that would be. How would that work with him? You know, how much stuff they would have to add to this character, because he was a really weird character. He had a lot of detail and a lot of stuff onto the character, like back in XX. Like, he was like he was like 3-4 playable characters in one. So I wonder how they would do that in the the Strive style. That would be very interesting. But overall, in all, I'm excited for 2.0. Guilty Gear Strive is pretty much one of the very few fighting games I actually play like consistently. I haven't played Strive in like forever since Unica came out, but I will be booting up when Ranked coming back, because Ranked, oh my god, I forgot to even talk about Ranked. Ranked is going to be a thing. So, you know, I have an excuse to play Strive again, thank god. That's all I really got to say, everyone. I'm excited for 2.0. It's just going to take a while.